Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author rudramohapatra, saying from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. In the lieu of my discussion on medical astrology, which was just the outcome of my upcoming book, Golden Rules of Medical Astrology, today we shall discuss on diabetes. There are type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Following the statement of Francis Galton, who is the nephew of Charles Robert Darwin, the propagator of evolutionary theory, everything is genetics. So nowadays, medical practitioners are saying that everything is genetics. Diabetes, do you have a family history? Heart disease, do you have a family history? So on and so forth. Having said that, let's discuss the diabetes per se. Don't back by genetics. Whenever the genetics is coming, it is the Anurakta Graha, central planet for past life, CPPL, which is the lord of the sixth nakshatra from the natal moon, or the nakshatra where the natal moon is posited. We should not always consider the genetic disorder. First, let's see that whether you will be diabetic or not. If at all it is so, what is the rate of uh, seriousness of diabetes you are going to suffer? Diabetes is an endocrinological disease. If your body fails to produce insulin to metabolize sugar or the sugar content like fructose, lactose, etc., then it may, underlining the word, it may give rise to diabetes. The planet that indicates the endocrinological system in our body is Venus. If Venus is debilitated, is posited in the Dusthana 6, 8, 12, is weak in the Sarvara in the chart, there is a chance of getting affected by diabetes. Even though the other ancillary factors are Mars, weak Mars, no physical exercise, ill placed Jupiter, cholesterol, are some additional factors to look upon, but primarily it is Venus. Venus is weak in the chart. Sixth house, the placement of pancreas is falling under the Kala Purusha, fifth house or sixth house, or even from the Lagna, it is from the fifth house or the sixth house. It is Virgo and Leo in the Kala Purusha Kundali, or in the Lagna chart. It is the fifth house or the sixth house maximum, uh, or it is maximum fifth house. If they are afflicted, there is a chance of, along with a weak and afflicted Venus, there is a chance that you will suffer from diabetes. If Venus is exalted, wherever it may be posited, if Venus is Vargatama, that diabetes is not going to make some very serious difference inside you. Once you have started diabetes, now heart diseases, other things are said to be the outcomes of diabetes. But if that Venus is a temporarily good planet or benefic planet for the native, then diabetes is not going to hamper that much. Venus is not, is some way afflicted, let it 3 6 11 or 3 6 12, it is posited, or 6 8 12, it is posited. But simultaneously, Jupiter is good, Mars is good. Good means they are strong in the Sadavada and well placed in the D1 chart, and also in the Navamsa of some benefic house, like say Sutamsa, fifth house, or Vagyamsa, ninth house, or even some Kendra like Sukhamsa, fourth house, Dharamsa, seventh house. They are in the good position or a good Navamsa, then nothing to be worried. The same diabetes will continue with you for years long, but it will not at all hamper you. Mars is strong, you will do some physical exercise. Jupiter is well placed and strong. There will be no chance of cholesterol in your body. I will not say no chance, but even if it is there, it is manageable. So, on diabetes, please look for Venus. Please look for the fifth house, sixth house to some extent, or the fast decanate of the sixth house, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter as ancillary. Never assign any disease to any planet in a full-fledged fashion. You can consider the same disease or the same elements primarily to some planet, then secondarily to other planets, which are after all the indicators of your past life karma. Had it been a type 1 diabetes, like all of my family members are suffering from the diabetes, so also I, please look for the Anurakta Graha, that is CPPL. If your Anurakta Graha, CPPL means Lord of the Nakshatra, sixth from the natal moon, or the natal moon where it is posited in the nakshatra. Suppose your natal moon is in Ashwini, so it's still Adra, sixth nakshatra. Lot of that, Ardra Lord. So that lot of that, if it is not well placed in the chart, then it indicates the inflow of genetics in your disease, whichever disease it may be, say it asthma, heart disease, or whatever it may be. But even if it is type 1 or type 2, please look for Venus. A Bhargottama Venus exalted in the Navams or in the Bhagyams and other things. The Bhargottama Venus, not afflicted Venus, even if it is weak, it will not deliver you a diabetes which will be extremely bad for you. So for diabetes, I remember one research paper by Gayatri Devi Vasudev few months back in modern astrology where she is saying the role of Jupiter in this. Of course, it is there because cholesterol is an ancillary stimulator for diabetes, but it is not the primary. Primary is Venus, primary is endocrinology. If your body is somewhere producing the right amount of insulin to metabolize sugar or carbohydrates in the body, you are bereft of diabetes. Had that not been so, you are pre-diabetics, you are now diabetic. So there are various conditions. So please look for Venus, your fifth house, and Jupiter and Mars ancillarily to see that whether this diabetes will be a problem for you. So don't be hassle of if you are diabetic. If these planetary implications are average, nothing to worry. If they are actually Venus is debilitated, it is debilitated in Navamsa and an inimical house, Shiva, inimical house in D1, or vice versa, where Mars is also in some inimical houses. So you need to be worried about this diabetes. Anyway, so as I always say that you have the knowledge of human biology and crystal therapy on the other hand, because crystals are the healing, they are the healing crystals. So please, you need to ponder upon their usages whenever it is about the medical astrology. So for Venus, we call it clear quartz or opal. So if you are wearing the bracelet of opal or a clear quartz, it is expected that your secretion of insulin will improve or your endocrinological balance will come. If you see that your diabetes is also backed by ill placed and weak Jupiter and Mars, so you can add bloodstone or red jasper for Mars and citrine or lemon citrine for Jupiter. Always remember, never judge the crystals from the color. Crystals are best effective in your life if you see the healing properties of any crystal. If the healing properties of a crystal is not seen, then don't apply that crystal only based on the color. Like people say, tiger's eye is also for Jupiter. No, tiger's eye has some different properties. Like it is there for your protection from curses or evil eyes, while citrine will pay you up for financial prosperity. I like that. So anyway, so you apply. appropriate crystals basing on the planetary indications in the natal chart. Do not worry about diabetes. If Venus is not that much afflicted, or even if afflicted in D1, it is showing a good indication in the D9. But that diabetes is not going to hamper you much. But if it is really afflicted, along with Mars and Jupiter, please consult a doctor, or along with Shiva, not or along with your adequate crystals. So apart from this, if you will have many other implications of don't give me planetary combinations, other implications where you can see the diabetes or diabetic patients in a chart, please write in the comment box. Do not write sorry your both you don't write any negative and positive views on me. Not at all positive also. Write some valuable comments which will be highly beneficial for the listeners, and that is how it will be helpful for uh, the persons, those who have curiosity for astrology and to learn more on astrology and medical astrology specific. So this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.